What if the work itself was the reward for all the hard work? You see, too many times we hear agents getting off goal, off task because they believe they need a reward, or life's too short. They should spend time doing non-work tasks as well, or maybe they make a big purchase or splurge that they're not ready to yet based on their budget because they feel like they deserve it. Now, listen, I'm not talking about um, spending 24 hours a day working. That's not what this video is about. If you watch my other videos and content, I'm a big believer in separating your day and having balance for other hobbies and interests. That's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is the time you're scheduled to work, the 40 hours a week that you're scheduled to work, we have to commit to as real estate agents. If we treat this as a real job and find the reward within the work itself, then we have time to live the lifestyle we want out of work. I'm the biggest proponent of balance and don't burn out there is. But when we can't commit to 40 hours a week, that is where we have to draw the line. And one of the biggest reasons for that is we get a couple big commission checks. We say we've worked hard, which we have, by the way, because this is hard work. And we convince ourselves from a mindset perspective that we need to take a break, go on a big vacation, make a big purchase, just take time off of work because it was so hard. That's a mindset thing. That's something we've trained ourselves to believe, right? The more you do this and have success, the people that stick with it and start compounding are the agents who are able to find joy in the process. So it's my hope that you as an agent are performing tasks that you can find purpose in, that you can find value in, that you're not doing it just to earn a paycheck, but you're doing it because it's filling a specific need in society. And I'm not going to tell you what that it's different for everybody. But at the end of the day, if you do this job right, you're providing great value to the customer. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. I'm not going to answer that question for you. I am going to suggest you take some time to sit down and brainstorm on it, to figure out why you're doing this. Because if you can figure out why you're doing it, now you don't need to go take a 2-week vacation or take off from work for the summer. Now you actually enjoy getting up and going to work. You have a reason behind it, which will in turn keep you on your schedule 40 hours a week, which will in turn provide clients in the marketplace with great service, which will in turn reward you with the income you need to live the lifestyle you want and take plenty of rest, recharge time for those outside of work hours, that extra 40-hour-a-week time. The more scheduled you are during that 40 hours a week, the more freedom you have outside of it. The trick, the mindset battle is, how can we stay focused during those 40 hours of work? If this video is resonating with you, you've made it to this point, drop a comment below. I'm happy to send you another video I did that talks about exactly how to schedule your time and break up your day. But without the why, without the purpose, without you knowing the reason you're doing it, I don't care how perfect the schedule, I don't care how perfect the plan, you're going to bounce off of it and you're going to stray away unless you can find a reason for yourself why you're doing it. And when you find that, then the work becomes fun. And the vacation almost seems like a waste of time because you want to be working because you enjoy working. There's a purpose behind it, right? There's extremes everywhere. So I'm not talking about going off the rail one way or the other. But I am sharing from experience. When I started as a real estate agent, I was so task oriented, and that worked for me because that fits my personality type, and I was able to stick through that. But once you reach a certain point, I started to question why I was doing it. And it wasn't until I made that connection of why, until I started really enjoying it and having fun. And once I made that connection, I stopped caring about the results. I just enjoyed going to work each day. So, fun little activity for you to do with yourself. Spend some time journaling on this, away from the workday, in a quiet space, thinking about the why. Um, and if there's anything I can do to help, as always, I get calls, texts, emails all the time from people watching these videos. I'm always happy to help.